Now, we love delicious, fuss-free recipes. You know that about me already. That are ready in just no time because we want to spend time with our families. And throughout the Denny 3-ingredient challenge, we've definitely been whipping up some mouth-watering dishes that I've added to my personal arsenal. Cheesy tomato also being one of my favorites. Eggplant, lasagna, and also sweet and sour roast chicken. How can you go wrong? And grilled hake for those of you that are a little bit more healthy. We definitely have you covered when it comes to that. Plus, there have been some delicious recipes that have also won entrance hampers of 1,000 Rand over the past couple of weeks, including the likes of Jeanette Russ, Heather Grant, Sadia Hyde, Linda Naidu, and Nadia Farrow, to mention just a few. But there can only be one grand prize winner, Graham, let me tell you. And that person in particular is, drumroll, Heather Grant! Now, we need to make this recipe from Heather because I'm telling you, everyone knows how to make bobotie, but do we know how to make bobotie like Heather makes bobotie?
Well, she had a secret ingredient. We love a 3-ingredient meal. You've taken it even lower than that, which we love the simplicity. Heather, good morning. Congratulations. How are you doing?
Good morning, Expresso team. I'm well and blessed. Thank you. And you guys?
Oh, very good.
So good.
And feeling a lot better about cooking because we get pushed a lot in this kitchen to cook some pretty crazy things. You've really simplified life for us in a major way, just like Denny's did. So talk us through your winning bobotie. Is this something that you make all the time? Was this a bit of a new experiment? Talk us through your recipe.
Oh, this bobotie recipe, I haven't done it for a long time. So when Denny took on this challenge, I thought, now let me give this a go. And gosh, I was so impressed with everything. It was quick and easy to make. The best meal ever my family enjoyed.
Oh,
Yes.
Well
that's lovely.
done.
And considering we're family now, Heather, we also got to give it a try and see exactly how we enjoy it right here. But listen, you've won something incredible, an 8-piece cast iron set. What are you planning on making in there? I'm sure you've got lots of recipes going through your mind.
Wow. Well, since the Denny promotion was on, I've been enjoying it. So I'm going to stick to doing a Denny dish with the chicken a la king with my new cast iron pot set.
I love that. So before we delve into your recipe, which albeit, yes, is quite simple, is there a key to the success here? What advice can you give us before we get cooking?
Sorry?
What advice can you give us before we get cooking here so we can hopefully arrive at the perfect bobotie?
Firstly, make sure your surfaces are nice, neat, and clean. Key thing is your ingredients. So important. Make sure your utensils and your pots are all well and clean. Your stove is nice and clean. And of course, cook with love and with passion and joy, and just enjoy what you do as a lady in the kitchen or as a guy, because there are guy chefs that do well.
Exactly.
That's right.
I love that. I think we are speaking to a very practiced hand in the kitchen, I get a sense, and a little bit of an A-type personality with the amount of cleaning that's going on, and that's fine as well. Heather, congratulations once again. We absolutely love your meal. We're going to bid you a fond farewell and say thank you, and we're going to let the love now pour out of us into our very own bobotie, but congratulations once again.
Thank you to Expresso team and of course to Denny for running these challenges. We appreciate it.
Oh, I love it.
I know you want to say, you keep wanting to say Heather Graham. I've almost said Heather Graham, but you come from famous stock. Heather Grant, we absolutely love you. Thank you so much. Well, let's hopefully emulate the love that went into the bobotie.
We'll try.
That's one Heather.
Thank you,
my dear.
All right, so we're going to just, it's simple enough for me to do this. It's the love that actually is going to make the difference, like Heather has said. But we're really just going to go in and brown the mince. I mean, that's the
That's pretty much what we got to
That's what
really
we
do here. What I love about the Denny pre-cooked range, the flavor development. It's not like they've just taken flavors that they know go well together. There is some magic happening inside these bags. Absolutely beautiful. Heat in just 10 minutes. No added preservatives, no added MSG. Absolutely love this. They say it's for a serving for 4. In my household, probably 2. But a little really does go a long way. And the heat rating on this is mild, so you can ramp it up a little bit if you want to.
Add some chilies if you would like to. What I also love is that we don't even even have to add any other ingredients like your garlic, your onions,
For
because
sure.
everything has been considered when it comes to putting that sauce together. Okay.
And it's put together in a way that kind of takes it to number 99.
Yes.
But there is still something in the magic that happens in this final stage of the cooking that just brings it all together.
Absolutely.
I would love to have a chat with the food technologists, the chefs that have brought this together, because, I mean, we get a lot of kind of pre-cooked meals and options like this. They have nailed these, absolutely nailed them, and in a very South African way.
Yeah, such a good variety that we as South Africans can enjoy, but also have that international appeal. All right, so we're going to take the browned mince and then add just some seasoning.
Bietjie sout.
That's really all you need. Bietjie sout, bietjie pepper, and a bietjie leaves.
Save us two. You've got to save us two to make little bunny ears at the end.
These are curry leaves that we're just going to add in.
I was thinking like of the curry leaves or bay leaves, that was an afterthought. She was like, okay, it needs to be 3 ingredients and I've only got 2. That's literally how simple this recipe is. It just requires the browning of the mince. Yeah, so she kind of threw that in. Now, we know how much a curry leaf in particular can really bolster flavor. And with bobotie, you want that hint of the curry flavor. For me, and obviously it's going to shine through the sauce, but this just adds a freshness and yet another layer to that flavor profile, which is
She
great.
also mentioned, Heather, that she adds lentils to her bobotie sometimes, so that adds extra protein, extra roughage, and also just deliciousness.
Completely, but
It
it
goes
draws
further.
it out.
Come
and if you're the meal prep kind of a guy or gal, this is, I think, an absolute win.
All right, so let's put the sauce in. I think that's brown enough. Give that a smell, Gray. You got to smell it before you use it.
And I always
Punch the
judge a sauce
flavour.
by its funkiness.
Yes.
Like if it catches you in the one eye where you're like, whoa, okay, that's what you want. You want a bazooka of flavor.
Play that funky music. Wow.
And you know what it is? The point I'm trying to make, it's almost like they've cooked these, they've slow cooked the sauces to get them to this point so that we can cook them fast.
Exactly.
That's the best way I can explain it, because there is so much flavor development. And as a parent, we now know how important, like no MSG, absolute starting block for me. The preservative area, we are aware that we have to preserve our food, but we are becoming genius with how we do that, and we are using less and less or no preservatives, and that is big. That
Fresh
looks
food is what we
gorgeous
want.
already.
And then you take the smallest, is this called a ramekin you've ever seen? And then you just make it. So it's a serving for one.
I borrowed it from
essentially.
Carl. I asked Carl if he would just bring me his
Thank you, Carl. We appreciate you
size
and your service.
ramekin.
Okay, so then
Well,
you just
I suppose
pack
this
it in.
does actually open the doorway to really cute, bespoke, singular portions for each person. I
So it
love
can
that
be a
idea.
family
So
of
they
4,
can
right?
create their own little one. If you're going to do this with the kids, I mean, that is magic. And of course, it is literally as simple as that.
You
And
got to
then we
bake
pop
it.
in the
That's
oven.
how it turns out that way. And then you add your curry leaf.
The bunny ears. It's got to be the beauty. I'm going to finish it off with your, I suppose you know what your family likes,
Exactly.
but if bobotie is at the core, I can promise you this bobotie flavor profile is probably going to be better than anything you've tasted before. Sorry, Omar, if you make the best bobotie, but they really have got this one right.
They do, and with a touch of Heather's beautiful love, we know
Well
that this
done,
is just
Heather.
taken to the next level. Congrats Heather. And this bobotie curry sauce is just so good. I mean, shall we get her to weigh in on the dish?
Heather, we've got to ask, or Zanele rather, I've got to ask because I feel like we took on a major challenge here and we absolutely smashed it. We managed to make our first ever 2-ingredient meal on the show. Now, looking at this, how hungry are you right now, my friend?
Can you smell it?
Let's go.
My friends, I'm very upset because I'm very, very hungry. And the food you made looks absolutely delicious. I will say, though, Graham, it looked like you were just like standing on the side pointing at stuff.
I'm the
And it
hype
was
guy.
Carissa doing all the work. I will say that.
Well, it's safety
I don't
first,
know.
okay? Safety first in the kitchen, all right? There is a reason why.
My cheerleader.
Exactly. I'm here to hype up the mince, yo. But sometimes less hands are a little more effective. Now, to be honest, this has got to be one of the simplest things we've ever made in this kitchen, but it's come out absolutely beautifully. So I hope you guys at home are going to try and have a little bit of fun in the kitchen. But before then, we want you to have a little bit of fun right here.